Hey guys, Dr. Berg here. In this video, we're going to talk about constipation, okay? Now, number one, you need about 4 to 5 pounds of friendly microbes in your digestive system that do 90% of the digestion, okay? So that's the great majority of your digestion happens in the small intestine, all right? And that's from all the friendly bacteria that are there to help you break things down. If you have a history of antibiotics, bad eating, you probably don't have those. Even if you have constipation, you probably don't have those. So that's the most likely cause of constipation. There's a lot of probiotics people take. Let me just tell you why I use the liquid probiotics. And this is a different type of probiotic because it's called effective microbes, which is a combination of 3 different combinations of synergistic microbes that all work together to actually have you a lot more spectrum and of different types of microbes. It's called live probiotic flora. You just take a cap of this before you go to bed, okay? And then all night long, it grows. It grows through your body, and you wake up, and your stomach is feeling a lot less bloated, okay? So that's a real good thing to reestablish your microbes. And I recommend taking that probably for a month or so, and then don't take it for a month. And then take it for a month, go on and off, because there's going to be a point where your body's like, okay, I had enough, I have enough microbes. Okay, it's not going to hurt you to take more, but it's a really good thing to just fortify you, all right? So, and you'll notice that your breath in the morning won't be bad, your stool won't be have bad odor. It's really interesting. Okay, so number 2, bile. What's bile? B-I-L-E. Bile is made by liver stored in the gallbladder and helps you break down fats. It's kind of like the detergent that dissolves the grease. It's in the gallbladder formula simply because I wanted to give a solution to people without enough bile, especially if you don't have a gallbladder, especially if you have a sluggish gallbladder, especially if you have stress or high estrogen from a pregnancy. That's why you get nauseated. That's a lack of bile. Lack of bile creates bloating, right shoulder pain, headaches, and constipation because bile is a lubricant. So again, if your problem is more of a lack of bile, the simple addition of bile will, boom, pop it in there and you'll start eliminating immediately. So this is a no-brainer, and again, your body needs healthy bile, but it can run out and become sluggish if you don't have a gallbladder, and bile is recycled. So you just might need a little kickstarter so you can then start recycling bile. Okay, very important. And then acid. Acid, I use the betaine hydrochloride from the apple cider vinegar plus. So it has, the plus is the betaine hydrochloride, and then we have apple cider vinegar concentrates, a couple of these before a meal. And the only reason I would take that is if I had like indigestion or heartburn, something like that, because if you're not digesting at the stomach level, the cycle of digestion will end up down here as undigested food. So the food just sits there because you're not breaking down in the stomach level. So you have all this chain reaction that starts at the stomach where you start to break down food. And you just have to isolate what part of this cycle is it broken, okay? Is it the stomach? Is it the gallbladder? Is it the small intestine? And you just have to go by symptoms, all right? So you might want to add a little stomach acid and boom, it just handles it right there. I want to talk about fiber for a second because sometimes people think that they're taking Metamucil or a fiber brand, thinking that that's the thing that is pushing things through. It's not like that. Fiber is not the thing that pushes anything. Fiber is there as food for your microbes. That's what it does. But there's a differentiated type of fiber from grain versus vegetable fiber. I like to add vegetable fiber because you get actual nutrients from that. The fiber from grain, bran, Metamucil, has no nutrition. So really, it's not the best type of fiber that you need. So you want to have vegetables, but make sure that vegetable doesn't overwhelm your microbes and bloat you even more, like if you're doing too much kale or something like that. But you want to get your fiber from the vegetable. That's what you do. So these are the 4 things that will handle constipation. In the process of handling it and correcting it, you may need an herbal laxative. So find something that you feel comfortable with and start taking that as a coping mechanism, but this is more of a corrective mechanism. All right? I'll see you in the next video.